Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The act of retaining something. Something owned. Any tangible or intangible possession that is owned by someone. The responsibility of a guardian or keeper. He left his car in my keeping. The act of retaining something. Conformity or harmony. His behavior was not in keeping with the occasion. The power of retaining and recalling past experience. The power of retaining liquid. The act of retaining something. Something owned. Any tangible or intangible possession that is owned by someone. A construct whereby objects or individuals can be distinguished. Self-confidence is not an endearing property. Any movable articles or objects used on the set of a play or movie. Something owned. Any tangible or intangible possession that is owned by someone. That had as my property. Any area set aside for a particular purpose. The president was concerned about the property across from the White House. A basic or essential attribute shared by all members of a class. The trait of resolutely controlling your own behavior. The act of having and controlling property. A mania restricted to one thing or idea. Anything owned or possessed. A territory that is controlled by a ruling state. Being controlled by passion or the supernatural. Sport. The act of controlling the ball, or puck. They took possession of the ball on their own goal line. The act of having and controlling property. The relation of an owner to the thing possessed. Possession with the right to transfer possession to others. The state or fact of being an owner. Depositing in a warehouse. My car is in storage. An electronic memory device. A depository for goods. Computer science. The process of storing information in a computer memory or on a magnetic tape or disk. The act of storing something. The commercial enterprise of storing goods and materials. Income tax withheld from employees' wages and paid directly to the government by the employer. The act of deducting from an employee's salary. The act of holding back or keeping within your possession or control. I resented his withholding permission. Property held in common. Property and income belonging jointly to a married couple. A major social class or order of persons regarded collectively as part of the body politic of the country, especially in the United Kingdom, and formerly possessing distinct political rights. Extensive landed property, especially in the country, retained by the owner for his own use. The family owned a large estate on Long Island. Everything you own. All of your assets, whether real property or personal property, and liabilities. Law. Any property that is considered by law or custom as inseparable from an inheritance is inherited with that inheritance. Something that has been in a family for generations. Any property, real or personal or mixed, that can be inherited. Not able or intended to be moved. The immovable hills. Property consisting of houses and land. Intangible property that is the result of creativity, such as patents or trademarks or copyrights. A holding in the form of land. Ownership of land. The state or fact of owning land. Grant use or occupation of under a term of contract. Let for money. Hold under a lease or rental agreement, of goods and services. Engage for service under a term of contract. The period of time during which a contract conveying property to a person is in effect. Property that is leased or rented out or let. A contract granting use or occupation of property during a specified time for a specified payment. Property that is leased or rented out or let. Property or belongings that are tangible. Movable property, as distinguished from real estate. Movable property, as distinguished from real estate. Movable property, as distinguished from real estate. All the property that someone possesses. He left all his worldly possessions to his daughter. The state of being rich and affluent, having a plentiful supply of material goods and money. Great wealth is not a sign of great intelligence. An abundance of material possessions and resources. Property that has economic utility, a monetary value or an exchange value. The quality of profuse abundance. She has a wealth of talent. All the property that someone possesses. All the property that someone possesses. Property or income owned by a church. Movable property, as distinguished from real estate. Property owned by a government. Property that provides tax income for local governments.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.